I'll tell you. Today is April 28th, 2010, and it's my 66th birthday, and I'm lucky enough to have my wonderful Muddy here, who's going to be 88 next Tuesday. And today we're going to talk about the day that I was born. So I'm going to get up and go over there, and I'll ask you questions, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Adjust it a little bit more and get in a little closer. And
Will you take the pictures while I'm talking?
yeah, it's a movie. Smile, Ma. Don't forget to smile. Okay, I'm going to sit over there, and then maybe I'll move this a little closer, like this, because you'll probably be looking at me. Okay.
Are you on it too?
No, I'm going to sit here and talk. I want this to be just you. Okay. Okay, Ma. Tell me about April 28th, 1944. Tell me what was going on during that time. It was war. It was still war. So, tell me a little bit about what was leading up to it.
Yeah.
Were you home?
I was home with my parents. Father was out fighting the war. And I stayed with my parents. You should have prepared me a little bit.
You were... Did I come on time? Was I early or was I late? Were you expecting me that day?
No, you were early.
I was early. How much early?
Oh, 2-3 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Okay. And when did you go into labor?
You should have prepared me. It needs any thinking.
I mentioned this to you yesterday and this morning, that we're going to video this. That's all right. You can remember. Don't be nervous because all of a sudden, just pretend the camera isn't here. I'll ask you questions.
Yeah.
You said I was born about 2:30 in the morning. You told me that last night when I said goodnight to you.
Yeah.
How long were you in labor?
Oh. All day.
All day? It
Yeah.
started in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in labor probably a good 14,
Oh,
16 hours?
Yeah.
Was it a hard labor?
At first, not so bad, but then it got worse.
Mm-hmm. Who was with you?
My mother.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
No, later, after you were born, of course, Tante Gretel came.
There was nobody else there for the delivery? Just Oma?
Oh, the midwife.
The midwife, okay. How long was she there? Was she there for the whole thing, or?
No, she came around 12 o'clock and she said, oh, we have time. And she came back at 2 o'clock and then she stayed. And you were born the 20 minutes after 2.
Uh-huh. Okay. And it was April 28th, early in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm such a night owl.
Oh, hey.
I like to stay up until 2.
I
Okay.
never thought about it.
All right, so then you must have slept a little bit. You must have been pretty tired. Somebody, I think it was you, told me when I was born that I was blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I came out blue.
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Oh. That was gone in no time at all.
Uh-huh. I wasn't getting enough oxygen.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Did I cry?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You cried.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So then Oma must have cleaned me up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the midwife,
Yeah. And then you slept?
they gave you a bath. She gave you a bath.
Mm-hmm.
And you slept.
Mm-hmm.
And I slept.
Mm-hmm.
You slept in the little kinder bed.
Mm-hmm.
It was really a little thing,
Mm-hmm.
the Wiege.
Yeah.
But they took out so it was standing on 4 legs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. And was that the one that Oma had for all her children? Where did that come from?
Yeah, that had been around.
So you were in it too.
Yeah,
I wish I had it today.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is too bad.
Yeah. That's what happens when there's a war.
Yeah.
Everything gets lost. Okay, and then that day, Fadi came home from the war on a furlough.
Yeah,
So tell me about that.
I was expecting him. Not that day, because you came a little early.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he came early anyway.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And the mother, she quickly wanted to go to the store and get a few things. And there, across the street, she's on the other side of the street, she saw Papa come.
Mm-hmm.
And she went right away to meet him, but she couldn't wait till she was right there. She called already. It's a Mädel.
Mm-hmm. But say it the way she said it.
This is a model.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. So they told you about this? Or
Yeah.
did you see it out the window?
No, they told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Papa came. He was glad to see the two of us.
Mm-hmm. Did he hold me?
No, not right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
You were sleeping. Gee, it was so nice.
I can just imagine the smile on his face.
Yeah, he was happy. He was happy. He had a little daughter.
And then how long did he stay? How much time did he have off?
A week.
A week. Oh,
Yeah,
good,
a
good.
week. A
Okay.
week. And I didn't stay in bed too long. In the olden days they said 9 days, but I said no. 9 days I could never stand that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were 3 days old, I tried to go out a little bit already. And right after that, Fadi was here and we went walking.
Mm-hmm.
I had a nice carriage, schön Kinderwagen.
Mm-hmm. Where did that come from?
It was used, but it was real nice. It came from rich people.
Mm-hmm. So you went walking up and down the sidewalk in
we-
town?
No, we went to Bad Salzbrunn.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is there? The grandparents?
No, die Tante Gretel.
Oh, that's where Tante Gretel lived.
Yeah.
Okay. She already had Klaus and Gisela at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gisela.
Yeah, Gisela is 6 months older than me.
Yeah, see, she was a little thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was real nice.
How far a walk was that?
Halbe Stunde.
Half an hour walk?
Yeah.
It was probably a mile. I
Yeah.
imagine you didn't walk too fast.
No. I think it was more than a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then that was the third day. And then what else did you do? What did you do the next day or the next day? You took more walks, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. We went walking. There was so many places to go, so many things to see.
Mm-hmm.
Schlesien is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. At night, did I sleep through the night?
Yeah, you were a very good baby. You were a very good baby.
And you breastfed me?
Yes, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an accomplishment.
Yeah, because you didn't have anything to eat.
That's right. And so my parents, they talked me into
Mm-hmm.
to stop that, and so that I don't
Mm-hmm.
waste away.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take before Fadi picked me up and held me? Was it the next day after I was born?
Yeah.
When did you decide what to name me?
I was very young. I was in Erholungsheim.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I understand what it is.
In Erholungsheim, we were about quite a few girls, 60 if I remember correctly. And there was one girl, I liked her so much. She had short hair, and she was so beautiful, and she was so friendly. And her name was Karin.
Mm-hmm.
And I made up my mind right there and then. When I'm married and I have a little girl, her name is Karin.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is how you became Karin.
And Fadi liked that name too?
Yeah, he liked it.
And then you named me after the two grandmothers, my middle names.
That's right.
Emma,
Emma,
Your-
my mother,
mm-hmm,
and Anita, Fadis Mutter.
mm-hmm. And then the week was up. Fadi had to go back. And what did you do?
I went with him to the... First we had to go with the streetcar,
Mm-hmm.
maybe for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with him to where he meets the train.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember where he had to go? Where was he stationed at that time? I'm sure you wrote to him.
In Peenemünde.
Oh, is that where he was already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Peenemünde.
And then after he left, you were still home for a little while. How long did you stay home before you joined him?
I think you were 3 months old.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
That's how long I was home.
And he made arrangements for an apartment so you could join him?
Yeah, yeah.
What did you do for those 3 months where you stayed home? Did you go back to work?
No,
No.
I took care of you.
You took care of me. That's good. Yeah, because you were breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Right.
And my mother had her share.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take care of my own baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Fadi got an apartment and you joined him at Peenemünde.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Wasn't that right next to a train? Was that next to the train? You didn't need an alarm clock? You had the train woke you up? Maybe I shouldn't put words in your mouth.
Hey,
Is that right?
that's exactly the way it was.
Yeah. And the lady that owned the house, she was very nice to you? She gave you carrots or something?
Yes.
What did you do with the carrots?
I made juice for the baby.
Yeah. Yep. Tell me about what you remember about those times. Did I grow good?
Yeah. You go, okay. And you were healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't sick.
Mm-hmm. Was I long?
I used to go to the Fürsorge
Mm-hmm.
to have you weighed.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave young mothers advice, how it is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you were doing real well.
You said I was a long baby. I was long.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had no hair.
No. But then it came in blonde and curly.
Mm-hmm. But it took about a year, didn't it? I didn't
Yeah.
have hair for a year.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people thought you were a little boy
Yeah.
at first.
How long did you stay at Peenemünde?
Not too long. Let's say 3 weeks.
Oh, that's all? And then where did you go?
I don't even know if it was 3 weeks.
Were you any place else with Fadi during the war? Was he stationed someplace else and you went with him? How old was I when you had to go to Arnsburg with Fadi's parents? How old was I?
I think you were 3 months old.
Mm-hmm. So were you in Peenemünde all that time?
No, wait a minute. No. Is this thing going?
It's going, yeah. You want me to turn it off a minute while you think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, Ma, we had a little break, and where we left off was you and me and Fadi were in Peenemünde. That's where they developed the first V2 rocket. And you must have been there for a while because Fadi got an apartment. And where do you think you went from there? We'll go skip over the part for how long you were there, but where do you think you went from there? By now it's, let's see, it must be, if I'm about 3-4 months old, that brings us into the fall. And the war only lasted another 6-7 months after that. So maybe you went to Arnsburg from there.
But I also remember that I went to my grandparents in Dittersbach.
To live?
No, to visit.
Okay, we'll back
Sure.
up. You must have done that before you went to Peenemünde. Tell me about that visit when you took me to see your grandparents, my great-grandparents. Tell me what that was like. You had to go on the streetcar?
Yeah, had to go on the streetcar for about an hour. And they were happy to see me come with my bundle.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandfather was, as you know, blind. And he went with his hand over your whole face, your cheeks, your nose. And then he said, "Sehr schön."
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I never forget that.
yeah. And what did your grandmother say?
She held you.
Mm-hmm.
She sat there in a chair and she held you. And while she held you, I did little things for her, like getting the water, filling her 2 cans with water.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go out in the hallway and get it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was proud. She had you in your arms, in her lap. Ja, das sind schöne Erinnerungen.
At that point, they had how many great-grandchildren already? Tante Else had 2. Tante Gretel had 2. That's 4. You had 1. That's 5. Tante Lientjen didn't have any yet.
No.
No, so they had 5 great-grandchildren at that point already. How old were they?
They were in the middle 80s,
Mm-hmm.
but they had more grandchildren because they had more children.
Right, right. But I was counting great-grandchildren.
Oh, yeah. Da war der Onkel Karl in Görbersdorf. Seine Kinder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what else did you do on that visit? Did you go and visit them more than once?
Yeah, I went another time for sure, and then I left for good
Mm-hmm.
to go to Fati.
Right. Okay, now we're back at Peenemünde. Where do you think you went after you left Peenemünde? Did you go someplace else with Fadi in the war? Did he get another apartment? I never heard of any other place.
No,
So you must have gone to Arnsburg.
apparently.
Yeah, because the war was over at that point. If you stayed there about, well, so let's say you stayed then in that apartment with Fadi for a couple of months. and then you had to leave because things were getting intense. You went to Ansborg. Tell me about that trip. I'm sure you remember the trip going to Ansborg with just me by yourself.
Yeah, there was Fadi, this young man, he went also to Hamburg.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked him if he could help me, since we are going in one direction, if he could help me a little bit with the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
And he did.
Mm-hmm.
Wenn ich umsteigen musste, hat er mir geholfen, rein und raus und dann wieder rein und raus.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take to get to Ansborg?
Oh, not long.
An hour?
2 hours.
2
I would
hours.
say,
Okay. Was that in the daytime?
yeah.
And then maybe you left in the afternoon, late afternoon, because you said by the time you got to Ansborg it was dark.
Oh, that's right.
Tell me what that was like, going by yourself on foot from the train to Ansborg, which was way out in the country.
Ja,
Tell me about that.
weil damals hatten wir noch die wenn die Sirene ging,
Sirens.
Siren.
Yeah,
Und da musste alles in Luftschutzkeller.
yeah.
But I was on the way from,
You were on the road.
yeah,
It was a dirt road, right?
yeah. And
So what did you do when the siren went off? It was dark?
ja. Und dann I had die Windschutzscheibe vom Bader.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What
You
do
put
you-
a cover over the carriage.
Ja. Und die Plane,
Yeah,
die Haube. Und da war eine Windschutzscheibe.
yeah.
Die habe ich davor gemacht, schnell.
Mm-hmm.
Which wasn't necessary.
Right.
But I thought it was necessary.
Mm-hmm. You had to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there were no street lights, right? You were in total darkness.
Yeah, that's right. And I had to go by the... I heard the frogs quack.
Yeah.
It
There-
was...
There was a swamp. You had to
Yeah,
go past a swamp,
yeah,
and you heard the frogs.
yeah.
Okay. How
So-
long did it take you to walk that distance?
Oh, from the train to...
The bungalow.
Ja, Dreiviertelstunde.
Okay, almost an hour. It must have been pretty scary.
It was,
Yeah.
it was,
Mm-hmm.
but I...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I arrived in the...
Meisenweg.
Ja,
What
And-
number Meisenweg was it?
37.
Okay.
And I knocked at the door. And it was Fliegeralarm.
Mm-hmm. The siren was still going?
No, but it meant when the siren goes, means in the cellar. And I was on the road.
Yeah.
So now I came.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you had to stay in the cellar until the alarm sounded again to tell you it was okay to come out.
That's
Okay.
right.
But
I-
you were out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I knocked at the door and Opa came. Und er sagte, nimm das Kind schnell raus. Stell den Wagen dorthin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oma came.
Had you ever met Opa before?
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't the first time I knew them.
Okay.
So I took you out quickly. I left the carriage outside and we went in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
And then when when it was all over, this rain went again, siren went again, and we could go out. We could out of the cellar. So that's how you got to Outspoke, like that.
Yeah. And then how long were you there without Fadi? When did Fadi come? When the war was over or before?
No, Fadi was stationed in Peenemünde because Oma had written to the government that she had lost one son and she doesn't want to lose another one in the war. So that is why when he stayed then in Peenemünde, he wasn't out at the front anymore.
I don't think he was ever on the front because he drove a truck and he repaired trucks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
out there on the front
Oh, okay.
he repaired.
Yeah.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then I remember Fadi said that it was coming towards the end and he let himself be captured and then he escaped and then he went directly to Outspoke. Was that before May of 45, before the war was actually over, or after? You know, I think I asked him that same question. I bet it's on the tape that I talked to him when I
Yeah.
talked to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember what he said?
No, I'll have to look at it. We both have to look at it. I haven't seen that tape yet either. Anyway, okay, so tell me about, when the war is over, I'm a year and 1 month old. Tell me about my second year of life. When did I start to walk?
You started early. Yeah, you started early. And you were good at it.
How old was I? Was I walking when Fadi came home?
I'm crying at the same time.
I know.
No. No.
Okay. All right. Do you remember when I started talking? Do you remember what I said the first time I said something?
No.
No.
It usually is Papa and Mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the usual thing.
Mhm.
But I don't just want to say something. But that is what it usually
Mhm. Mhm.
is.
What do you remember about me? Tell me things about me when I was little. I never really heard anything about me when I was little, 2 or 3 years old. Tell me what I did during the day. What did I do? How did I spend my day?
Well, I remember that you were interested in most anything. Sometimes it was too much. You wanted to be everywhere. You were nosy.
Mhm.
Which is good.
Mhm.
Makes sense, ne?
Oh yeah.
Opa liked you a lot. Opa loved you dearly.
Mm-hmm.
He taught you a lot of things too.
Yeah.
And I think you loved Opa too.
Oh yeah. How about the animals?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You were crazy about the animals. You even wanted to ride the pig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I must have been a little older then, though.
Yeah,
3 or
apparently.
4.
Yeah, apparently.
I remember I used to like to have you read me stories at night too, bedtime stories.
Yeah.
I still have that book, The
Yeah.
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. What else did I do? Did I draw? Did I color?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
You drew things that really made sense. You had to explain it, but once it was explained,
Mm-hmm.
it was explained, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, she's right.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what some of the things was that I drew?
You like to draw animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our property too. Didn't I draw the property?
Yeah. That's right. The gate
Mm-hmm.
and the way up to the house. That's right. You did that.
And the pump in the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah, you tried to pump too, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't go so good.
Yeah. It was too hard.
Yeah.
Was I pretty independent?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You had a friend across the road, Marion.
Mm-hmm.
There was one next house, a Krista. You didn't go too much for Krista,
Mm-hmm.
but you liked Marion.
Mm-hmm.
So you were always together. Marion Winklow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got along real good, even though she was 3 years older than me.
Yeah. You seem to like that.
Mm-hmm.
She taught you things.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so long ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so long ago. My God.
Did I cry a lot when I was little?
No,
No.
no, 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 no. I took you when I went to town. I took you. Wherever I went, I took you. And we had that Wagen, Umkippwagen.
Mm-hmm.
Fatty gave us that big sponge. You sat on the sponge
Mm-hmm.
because it was hard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I can remember that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Umkippwagen. 'cause hatte bloß 2 Räder.
Yeah, right. Did Fadi make that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so.
that is how I got my stuff home from town.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to share the Umkippwagen with the stuff I brought home.
Yeah, the groceries. Yeah. I remember walking too. I didn't, after I got a little older, I walked too, right?
Yeah, you didn't just walk. You
Oh,
just hopst.
yeah, right. I had lots of energy.
Yeah. You didn't cry a lot.
No.
You were independent.
Mm-hmm. Did I pick flowers?
Yeah. You love to pick flowers. And you touch your that side. And you said,
Talk a little louder, Ma.
then you said, Mutti, Blümelein.
Yeah, yeah. And then I gave them to you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else do you remember about me? Those first 3 or 4 years.
I took you everywhere I went in that Umkippwagen.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping and wherever I had to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the Laden was full of Leute. I had you right. I said, I put you on top of the counter in front of me.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think I can remember that too,
Yeah,
now that you say it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Frau Krause?
She was a little woman, right? She was small. Was she small?
Maybe she was a touch smaller than I am.
Yeah. But I remember about her, but I don't remember what she looked like.
Hmm.
Well, I think we covered quite a bit. How about I make you some lunch and then you and I have a piece of birthday cake?
Okay, einmal hatte ich mein Portemonnaie verloren.
Oh.
Ich mochte gar nicht heimgehen.
Mhm.
Bin ich zur Frau Krause gegangen. Und da ist die Frau Krause mit mir gegangen, heim.
Mhm.
Hat sie gesagt, dass ich habe mein Portemonnaie verloren. Aber die sagt sie, das ist verständlich. Überall sind viele Leute und sie hat das Kind.
Mhm.
War wohl nicht viel Geld drin, aber
No.
das Portemonnaie war weg.
Mhm.
With the little money I had.
Mhm.
So that went good.
Mhm. You probably had more food stamps in there than money.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want to have some lunch?
okay.
And then we'll have a piece of birthday cake together.
Oh, that's good, Karen.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
We have cheesecake. I wanted cheesecake. I told Sam this morning about the cheesecake that you used to make.
Yeah.
And all the cheese and the butter and the bread and
Yeah,
all the stuff out of your garden.
yeah. Yeah, he never knew me that way.
No. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off while we eat.